Hello, my name is Sophie, and today for my third real world application video, I'm going to be discussing an article titled Developments on Drones, Air Rights, and Takings. I found this article on the Federalist Society, and it was written on May 2nd, 2023, by Brent Scurrup. And this article discusses the topic of intrusion and trespass laws in the form of drones, as drones are becoming more widely used and honestly just used for different things now, whether that be for like packages and transportation and things like that, as well as using it in the form of photography. We've just been seeing it used more. I know, especially in my field of environmental science, we really rely on drones for anything from map making to consulting to surveying, things like that. Drone images are really useful. And they're useful for a lot of different things. So having laws and litigation that set boundaries and minimums and maximums for altitude is, I think, really critical, and I think that we're going to see more of that. But this article specifically touches base on the U.S. definition, or that the Supreme Court definition from the case in the United States v. Cosby from 1946, that landowners own the airspace and the immediate reaches above their land. But immediate reaches is clearly not well defined. So many state and federal officials kind of feel like landowners don't really have rightful property of the air. So it's kind of up for grabs at the moment, just as more people, I think, learn more about the use of drones and drones become used more. I think that we're going to see a lot more cases come up for this. There were a few cases in like Nevada. I found a case in Nevada and Wyoming that brought up the topic of drones. But other than that, at least I couldn't find super strong precedents set in cases. So I think we're going to see more of that, and we're going to see some stronger precedents set in the future. As a possible landowner in the future, hopeful landowner in the future, I think that this is a really important topic to talk about. And it's kind of scary to think about just being a resident and the potential of having someone fly over and take pictures of you type thing. But aside from drone usage and things like that, I really had a lot of fun reading this chapter in particular, Chapter 7. The gathering information part kind of hit close to home for me because I really enjoyed the little environmental part that they had on it, because I take environmental measurements and I do a good amount of research. And oftentimes we wonder about the laws and regulations that let us onto private property or federal property, even public property, that we are able to go and collect samples and gather data and things like that. It was really interesting to learn about the laws that define those boundaries. So overall I had a really good time reading specifically Chapter 7, but of course the whole unit. And yeah, I really feel like this was applicable. At least I found it applicable to me, and especially for future cases, because I feel like knowing the justification behind, like the justification and the foundation of intrusion and trespass laws in general, sets a pretty solid foundation for, at least for me, for reaching over land-wise, I guess. Like I appreciated that land was brought up in this chapter, I guess. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, thanks.